I posted on the community tabs of my YouTube channel, hey, if anybody has any projects that they want to celebrate, please send them to me with a little story about it and why you're proud of it. And that was the prompt, was something that you're proud of, that you've worked on. So not necessarily the most complicated thing that you've made or the most impressive thing that you've ever made, but something that just makes you feel good when you see it. That car agrees. They're still agreeing. This one is from Chaitana, although the internet said it's pronounced Chetna, so I'm just going based on the spelling I see. Once again, I am so sorry to everybody. I shouldn't have even asked for names because I can't pronounce anybody's name correctly. Here we go. I wanted to share a project that we've really loved. My sister and I enjoy making things together, especially when far apart, an unfortunate reality of our adult lives. And this one is one that really encompasses a lot of the intent we put into these crafts. We started with fiber dyed by a dear friend who we first met at a craft fair. The spinner between us broke down the braid into component colors and spindle spun the BFL wool into a gradient. We stash dove and found a locally dyed sock yarn that coordinated with the stormy ocean blue at one end of the mirrored gradient, and hunted for a pattern with something geometric, inspired by a series of novels we loved growing up, where the volcano, in a pre-industrial Mediterranean world, features heavily. The Queen's Thief, Alhambra, fit the brief perfectly, and the knitter between us worked away at the fingering weight gauge, getting to enjoy the color shifts as they appeared in a faux cabling. She sized and shaped the final piece so it could be traded back and forth between our slightly different bodies, and we could both enjoy the garment. And for anyone curious, they are on Ravelry as Chaitana, and the knitter side of us is on Instagram as chaitana.knit. Okay, everything about this, absolutely stunning. The yarn, beautiful. The photos are so good. Oh my gosh. Like, what? Did you have a photo shoot? That's so sweet. Those are so cute. And the geometric pattern in the yoke of the sweater, you're absolutely right. It pairs so stunningly with the gradient color of the yarn. That's amazing. I also think the story behind it is absolutely sweet. You got to connect with so many people to make it is just insane and special. Okay, this one's from Kelsey. This is a project that I'm really proud of because it was my first time ever doing tapestry crochet. It's based off the graphic of Noah Kahan's Glue Myself Shut. I made pixel grid, another first for me, and spent about a week frogging and restitching the pillow until I was happy with the end result. I'm happy to hear anytime that someone unravels. It's such a weird little satisfaction of mine, but unraveling is such a hard thing to do, so when you do it, especially if you end up really loving the final result, it always feels like it's worth it, even though it's a pain in the butt to do. That looks so good. You nailed the album cover. You really did. You did such a good job because that's exactly what it looks like. I really like Noah Kahan. He was featured on a song called You're Not So Tough, and it's actually one of my favorite songs that he's been involved in. I'm forgetting that I need to talk during these videos and that you wouldn't just want to just watch me stare at these pictures, just like zooming in and looking at all the details. You should be proud of yourself. I still have not done crochet colorwork changing. Like I've dabbled in it a little bit and I was really struggling with it, so I just put it aside and I feel like I need to try again. I really want to do tapestry crochet. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the process of it? Should I try it? I should try it. All right, we got Kaylee here. I thought I'd send over pics of my first knit project. I've taught myself this year and I decided to dive right in with a pattern called Color Block Blanket. You learned this year and you just went headfirst into a blanket. I respect that. Color Block Blanket by Sarah Parr. I started this blanket while after having surgery in January. I completed it in October, around the time that I started feeling 100% from surgery. Honestly, this blanket means so much to me. This year has been really tough, but slowly, day by day, stitch by stitch, I've healed a lot. Knitting has given me a lot. A place for distraction, a place for mindfulness, and a place to be bad at new things. A place to learn, and a place to create, and a place to slow down. I'm just reading the rest of Kaylee's message. It's very sweet. Thank you, Kaylee. Okay, let's open this up. I love the moment when I get to open these up. I like reading the message first and then getting to see what it looks like next. You really did just dive in head first, didn't ya? You did not give up. Oh my God. Well, first off, I hope you're feeling still like 100% better after surgery because that really sucks and it sounds like it dragged on for such a long time. Fingers crossed, 2025 is going to be a better year for you. I'm sending good vibes. I don't think it's going to help much, but I'll try. Good vibes. This is really beautiful. My first project looked nothing like this. You know you can do anything, right? Like if you made this, you can do literally anything in knitting. And your seams look really good too. That's where I struggle with knitting. Is like I have zero patience for seaming. Is it comfy? Is it warm? It looks really soft. It looks like I really want to cuddle up under that blanket. All right, we got a message from Al. I realized as I'm typing this that I don't know your first name. It's Isabella. I never say it. I should really start saying it more. It just feels weird. My name is Isabella. I've been enjoying your videos for a while now, and I'm aware of your preference to remain as safe as possible when it comes to sharing your private info online, and I highly respect that. But I digress. I immediately resonated with the community post you made about not wanting to brag about handmade objects. I don't have any people in my life that knit or crochet. When I show my finished objects to friends and family, I get compliments, but if I'm being completely candid, I'm never satisfied with their reactions. It always feels like I'm a child showing off that I can do a cartwheel. I feel exactly the same. So I'm with you there. I probably shouldn't care so much about compliments, but after putting hours and hours into something, I think it's fair to seek a bit of validation. That's me. That is 100% me. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I'm doing this. Yes. I want to submit my latest finished object, my maple vest by Yongjong. This is my fourth clothing item I've knit. I've caught the knitting bug last September, shortly after my husband went on military deployment. He's back home, thankfully, and my knitting obsession is still going strong. Deployment is tough. Deployment is so tough. It's tough. I could talk about it for hours. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely over the moon with the details on the side and how successfully I was able to pick up the stitches for the split front and back pieces. This was also the first time I did a folded over collar, and I don't think I'll ever go back. I liked it so much I did it for the armhole ribbing sections as well. This piece is as light as a feather and has beautiful drape thanks to the yarn I chose. Okay, first thing, Al, your hair is amazing. I don't know what it is with the people that reached out to me, but y'all have some amazing hair. And the vest is stunning. It fits you perfectly. I really love that you did the folded over on the armholes as well on the vest. I think when it's so close to the neckline, it just makes it extra special. I love doing a folded over collar. Something about that like smooth transition. 10 out of 10. And I have been wanting to do this for ages, so I'm excited that you did it, but doing I don't know if it's cabling or faux cable or like whatever, but the stitch detail in the front and on the side of your vest is amazing. I've seen some lately where it's been cabling and different lace techniques, doing that on where you would normally just do plain like 1x1 ribbing on the bottom, and it looks so good. And it looks so good here, and that yarn is like, that color is so beautiful. It is so autumnal. Oh my gosh. I love it. That's so cute. Good job. All right, this one is from Katarina. I wanted to share with you my very first sweater I made in 2023. I started knitting in 2022 when my wife and I got married and received an amazing wedding gift. My colleagues gave us a gift card to a local yarn store since my boss saw me there once. My boss isn't a knitter, he just visited the cafe nearby with his family. And then my multi-talented crafter wife told me I really could learn to knit if I wanted to. First I made a cardigan which didn't fit, but then I saw this absolutely stunning design and decided to learn. My wife helped me and this happened. This seemed to be so complex and hard colorwork piece, but then I made it. So began my knitting journey. I really love this sweater and I think it fits me well. It's just crazy that my first one is colorwork. Yes, that is crazy. I haven't even seen it yet, but yes, that is crazy. I really like the rest of your message too. And this person does have a YouTube channel, so I will link that and their Ravelry. For anyone that included that information, I will make sure to link that in the description. And if I don't, just yell at me and I'll get to it. All right, let's open this up. Ooh, this was your first sweater. You're right, that is crazy. That is actively, what is it with all of you? And starting off with the most insane, like, first or second project. I feel like I had such a small buildup. And you're just coming in and nailing it immediately. That color is to die for. The whole outfit, by the way, with the hair, the vibe, on point. 10 out of 10, no notes. And congratulations on being married. 2022, so what, 2-3 years? I really love that circular yoke motif. That's beautiful. And the fact that your tension looks so good on your first try. Especially because there's some sections in here where I'm noticing there were probably some longer floats. And the fact that it looks like flat and even and perfect. Come on. You're killing it. All right, we got a crochet one. Hello, my name is Tiffany, and here's my proud crochet story. This is a picture of my best friend and I that we took for our Etsy page. I begun my fiber arts journey when I was laid off when COVID started, and soon after I was diagnosed with extreme anxiety and depression. I was literally pulling my hair out from stress, and the only thing that calmed me down was crochet. I spent the past 3 years following other people's patterns for fear of not being good enough to try my own. This hat is the first garment I've designed and sold myself. It's given me the confidence to try everything and anything. I've even started knitting more since watching your videos. Thank you for being a part of the people who've helped me build my confidence with this craft. That whole story is heartbreaking and sweet. Like, it's heartbreaking that that happened, and I'm sorry that you have had to go through that. I'm thankful that you were able to find something to bring you solace, and I'm also so excited and happy for you that you have started designing and selling. That's amazing. The email is from Wicked Whimsy Craft, so I'm guessing that that's your crochet store name. If I can find it, I'm gonna put a link in the description. If I can't, leave a comment with, if you want to, with your Etsy link, and so that way people can find it. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Those are so fun. They're so cute. I love the flower motif. I like the colors that you picked and the crown with the granny stitch. I think that's perfect. And I like that there are two matching ones. You're so cute. This picture's adorable too. I just see two friends having a great time wearing like the dopest crochet hats. Ooh, looks like we got a woman in STEM coming up. I love your videos as a fellow woman in STEM and keen fiber artist. I know you don't make tutorials as such, but I still have learned a ton from you. Was it you who said you purl with a needle half size down? Yes, I always do that at OMG Game Changer. It is for me too. I love doing that. It made a big difference in my back and forth knitting. If you have interchangeable knitting needles, smaller needle on the left needle every time, it helps. I've told everyone I know, and I only knit in the round with mismatched needles now for that ease of sliding stitches off my left needle. Plus the goofy smiles I get when I see Pip and Amiri are huge highlights. I agree, really any cat ever makes me smile. Here are some of my top picks for your video. Feel free to include none of them. I'm not doing anything. Let's include all of them. Why not? And feel free to use my actual name. I occasionally do post on my Instagram, but post rarely because I'm lazy. Me too. I never post on Instagram. I'm so sorry to people that have messaged me on there. I haven't seen your messages. I'm so sorry. This is a houndstooth vest I crocheted on the idea that I like houndstooth. I made it up as I went along, so to this day, I don't love how I've done the neckline and actually wish I wore it more than I do, but I still love it. My colleague spotted me on the first day I wore it out, insisted we had a photo shoot in the office in my vest. The outfit. Where did you get those pants? They're amazing. And oh my gosh. Okay, I really like it, but I totally get what you're saying. Like, I can't tell what you are not loving about it, only because I'm not the one physically wearing it. But I totally get what you mean about, like, I've made some stuff and there's just a little piece of it that I don't absolutely love that bothers me and keeps me from wearing it. And it's so annoying when that happens. But I get also the idea of like, but I still love it. Like, I still do love it. So I totally believe you. Okay. Ooh, this one's not fiber, but I potter, and I'm so wildly proud of this one mug I made. An obstacle in pottery has been the shrinkage. I keep throwing mugs and thinking, yeah, this is a great size, and then they shrink when they dry, and shrink when they get fired, and shrink when they get glazed. This was the first mug that I could call a big boy, and I learned how to draw ginkgo leaves for these carvings. Oh my gosh. I adore pottery. I will always appreciate pottery and ginkgo leaves, man. My entire leg is tattooed in ginkgo leaves. I'm all about it. That is so cute, your big boy mug. I love that glaze. I don't know if there's a name for it, but anytime you have a speckled glaze in pottery, it's just automatically gonna be my favorite. That's so cute. I like the big boy mugs. I am looking for like tiny little Japanese teacups, but I wish they were sold individually because I just want to buy one, but you can only buy them in sets of 4. But I have a thing where I want all of my mugs and cups to be different so that I can just like pick a new one based on however I'm feeling that day. So if anyone knows of where to find little Japanese teacups, let me know, because I have a lot of big boy mugs and I need some tiny baby ones now. Okay, bonus content, TBH, mostly for you. This is Gus. Gus is a girl. We found out when we took the little boy kitten to get neutered and ended up having to spay. To this day, we refer to Gus as she and he. Gus sounds like a non-binary sweetheart. Gus is my biggest fan. Anything I make, Gus will love to play with. These spirals are the best cat toys. Chain 60, then double crochet 4 times in each chain. You don't even need to crochet in the back bumps. Endless hours of fun. Gus had learned to pick them up and toss his head up to get it to fling up in the air. Sometimes he will race full speed to one and then lie next to it and look at you, which means it's time to play fetch. Cotton yarn in a DK weight is best, especially if it's a cotton designed for amigurumi because they tend to be tightly twisted and dense. Gus looks like such a freaking sweetheart. I feel like I need to make one of those spirals because Mary really loves, she has like one long toy and she loves playing with that. So I feel like if I made that and then soaked it in some like catnip tea, she would be all over that thing. Okay, that's really cool. To be honest, my crochet skills are as such where looking at that, I would not have been able to figure out that that's how that was made. So I feel like I just learned. That sounds so simple. Chain 60, then double crochet 4 times in each chain. That's so simple. Thank you, Diana. Also, you just have such a lovely smile. Oh my gosh. I'm excited for this one. My name is Anna Banana. What I've made is a basic crochet market bag, and they've linked the pattern, so I'll include that. I wear this a lot more than I would have expected. The bright color brings me so much joy and surprisingly pairs really well with my mostly dull wardrobe. I was working on it during my grandma's passing, so I keep a little memory of her with this bag. Oh, I love that market bag. I absolutely love that. I love the straps. Those look so good. Something about a thin, round strap in crochet with the market bags I'm really into. And you are 100% right about having a bright color with a dull wardrobe. Okay, and I won't share it, but your email has a profile picture so I can see you, and looks like you're kayaking with like a nice vest on, but the hat you're wearing in it is so cool. Oh my gosh. Where did you get that hat? Did you make that hat? Okay, let's see what Gwen has to say. I wanted to share the project I'm probably still the most proud of. This is a bell sleeve raglan sweater, and it was the first project, other than hats, I decided to knit. This one is special to me because I had come back from knitting for the first time in 10 years and really wanted to challenge myself. I learned stockinette at lessons with my grandma when I was 12. I had a 2-month gap between the winter semester in the US and my summer semester in Germany, where I had nothing to do other than some chemistry research and knitting. Okay. At 12 years old, you were doing chemistry research? What the heck? I believe I ended up finishing the sweater the week before I left for 6 months. Oh, wait, no, sorry. This is probably when you were 22. I'm like, what 12-year-old? Are you just a protege of chemistry? You might still be a protege of chemistry. I have no idea. It is not a strong subject of mine. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think I understand the timeline now. I believe I ended up finishing the sweater the week before I left for 6 months, so I was very proud of sticking to a timeline like that for my first big garment. I used my favorite yarn ever, Candy from Big Twist Party. Thank you for using your platform to encourage others to share their work. Thank you so much. You're so sweet, Gwen. Everyone's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I don't deserve you. All right, let's open this up. Okay, Gwen. Okay. Are you just convincing me? A lot of people I feel like are trying to push some agenda, and right now the agenda I'm feeling is that I need to make something with bell sleeves and I need to make it with gradient yarn. Those colors are beautiful. That's stunning. That was your first project back to knitting. This came out absolutely fabulous. Your execution is on point. I'm seeing beautiful even tension. Once again, with people just crushing it with like their first projects back. I'm also loving seeing people that had a knitting hiatus because I'm noticing I thought I was special. I'm not special. I love your videos, and every upload means I get some uninterrupted knitting time in that day. Well, Gwen, should I just start releasing like 2-hour videos? This should be a rule that like you get uninterrupted knitting time for however long the video is that I release. I would start doing a 24-hour stream if that was the case. If everyone just got free time. Okay, this is from Betty. Hi from Czechia. Hi, Betty. I'm really excited to show you my best project to date. Even if you won't show it in the video, I'm just happy to share it with someone. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're cute. Okay. Thank you for giving us the opportunity and creating an amazing and lovely community on YouTube. I need to stop reading these parts because my ego, as if it couldn't get bigger. Guys, come on. It's the Into the Wild pattern from Tanya Barley. I made it for the first time for my boyfriend for a 2-year anniversary, and then I made a matching sweater for myself in a crop version as well. I heard about the knitting curse. If you make a sweater for someone, you'll see who they really are by how they take care of it. Well, I'm happy to say that my partner's amazing and very proud I made it for him. It was my first time doing color work. I love the yarn. Sugar 100% wool DK weight yarn, and I love how it turned out. I fell in love with knitting again while making these sweaters. I hope you'll continue to feel supported by the knitting community. I feel overwhelmingly supportive today, I'll be honest. Okay, let's check these out. Oh my gosh. I have not seen this pattern before, and I'm in love with it. That looks so good. I'm sorry. I can't make like eye contact with the this is really reminding me of Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is like my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I find it to be like it's my cozy go-to in the autumn. I really want to make this. I don't know if this was included in the pattern or not, or if you just did it, but both sleeves look different, so I'm guessing it was something that you just did. But I love the different colors that you used on the sleeve for yours, like that you went from that red to that, like, I think it's a navy blue or black, to that really lovely, like, golden yellow. That looks so good. All right, this is from Rochelle, owner and dyer of Queen's Yarn Boutique. Hi, Isabella. This is my Cali cropped cable cardigan. That is a tongue twister. It is designed by Ashley Lillis, and I'm proud of the project because I conquered my fear of cables. I also really like the color. It reminds me of fall pumpkins. I like the project so much because I feel confident when I wear it. Also, I love the buttons. My advice to knitters and crocheters is to conquer your fear. Don't let complicated techniques hold you back. I've learned that most of the time, the technique really isn't all that difficult. You just need to try it. Rochelle, that is so cute. Okay, here's the thing. I can't wear chunky knits. Like my body, it rejects chunky yarn for some reason, but it pisses me off. I'm sorry, because I love how they look. I I love how chunky knits look on other people. And the chunky with the cables. You're absolutely right about the color. It is totally giving me like the pumpkin, like bright, beautiful pumpkin, and the cables. I've been seeing a lot of images lately of chunky knit cable sweaters, and I need to figure out how to make that work for me because I just love how they look so much. It's so cute. And yes, absolutely, we should be conquering our fears. Thank you, because I have also been giving into some fear lately, and I need to stop that. We just need to nip that in the bud. This is from Justina. This lacy leaf sweater is a project I made this past summer. Ooh, we're gonna see some lace. Guided by a YouTube tutorial. I used We Love Yarn Superfine Cotton, which I purchased from the online store Hobbii. This is my favorite cotton to crochet and knit with. It's incredibly soft, lightweight, guides smoothly on hooks and needles, and is very affordable. The project is especially meaningful to me as it's the first piece I created postpartum. Those first few months were tough, and crocheting and knitting became a way to relax and focus on something beyond the challenges of new motherhood. Now this sweater will always remind me of those newborn days, and I will cherish it forever. And Justina included a link to the tutorial that they mentioned, so I will include that as well in the description. Ooh! Oh, you got lace crochet. I was expecting lace knitting. This is exciting. That looks really cute. How do you style this? Because I would wear this over a dress, or because it's made of cotton. I bet that's really nice in the summer with like a tank top and just like literally whatever. That's so cute. And the scallop bottom. I need to make something with this. I'm so easily influenced. I'm sorry, y'all. Scalloped edges, I am in love with. I hated them as a kid. I love them as an adult, and I need something with scalloped edges in my wardrobe already. I really like this stitch pattern. Okay, I'm totally checking out that tutorial. And thank you for sharing what it means to you, because I don't know. I have not had kids. I do not plan on having kids, so I will likely never know the struggles of a postpartum journey, but all I know is it's difficult and it's unique to everyone. And as I have been told, it feels like one of the most isolating points in your life. And it's really nice to hear how many people see crocheting and knitting as just an essential escape from a very stressful life. Now that I'm thinking about it, the time that I kind of got back into knitting and crochet was at the most stressful point in my life so far, because I just needed something, and it forces you to slow down. I hope that you have more time now to yourself, and I hope that you have more time to work on projects, because that's absolutely beautiful. Congratulations on motherhood. Congratulations on surviving. Thank you for sharing that. All right, we're on the last one for today. All right, we are on the last one for today. My name is Jenny. I live in the UK, and I have lots and lots of photos of finished projects, but this is one of my most recent projects, and I think he's adorable. I did make him on a knitting machine, and it was a pattern from a YouTuber named Koala Knits and Nax. Oh, sorry. I know this one. Yeah, Koala Knits and Knacks. I love knitting, but my main hobby is crochet, and I've crocheted quite a bit in the 2-3 years I've been doing it regularly. Although I learned how to knit at around 12, 13 years old, and I learned how to crochet at 15 years old. I don't really have much more to say than that. All right, let's see what you made, Jen. Okay, that is not what I was expecting. Okay, yes, he is adorable. Or she. No, you said he. He is adorable. He is adorable. I'm just looking at all those pieces that you put together. I've never used a knitting machine before, so it's one of those things that I'm so interested in and curious about, and I love seeing what people do on knitting machines. I think it's an entirely different craft from knitting and crochet. Like, it lives in its own universe, and it has its own things that are like worth appreciating, and I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. He's so cute. You should be proud. I also love when people make little stuffies and they make them like clothes to wear. So a little hat and a little scarf. Would you ever make them a little sweater? Little sweater. That's so sweet. I hope he's in a place of honor in your home for the holiday season, which is upon us. He can stay. He's a snowman. He can stay up the whole winter. That's so cool. As I was cleaning out my email inbox, I noticed that one of the submissions got sent to the spam folder by accident. So they were not included. And I just wanted to like pop up here for a second and make sure that they got included. So this one is from Demi. I just saw your post on YouTube and instantly thought of this project. It was supposed to be my night feeds blanket. The bobble stitches were done when my little one was breastfeeding at night. The double crochets were while it's waiting for him to settle back to sleep, and the mesh stitch parts were while he was contact napping. Unfortunately, our breastfeeding journey was cut short, and he had to have medicine through a bottle, so started latching a little funny. I cried all night and mostly the next day. So rather than frogging the project, I decided to change it to a cushion cover so I could always remember those feeds in the middle of the night when it was just us. It was a bittersweet moment when I finished the project. It made me cry all over again. I am so sorry that you had to deal with that. So thank you for sharing your story. I guarantee that there are people watching that can relate to that and have gone through something similar. And it pains me how the situations that can make us feel the most alone are also the feelings that we are not alone in. I'm sorry, I know that's not what this is. This video is about. Lots of big stories from people. It's amazing how meaningful projects can be. And I appreciate people sending their stories in, because that's really vulnerable. And I think it's amazing how much these crafts really mean to people. And I know someone said that projects that we work on, our projects or finished objects or whatever we're working on, it holds emotions and it holds memories, and that is absolutely true. I really love your project, by the way. I love the combination of the sort of mesh stitches with the double crochets and the bobbles, and I like that the bobbles aren't done just in stripes and that it's a little asymmetrical, and that feels very intentional to me, and I think it's really cute. And I bet that's really soft, because that looks like that baby blanket yarn that you can get. I'm really glad that you turned it into a pillow and you didn't just like cast away the project, and you have that now. That's really sweet. I also really love that blue color. That is such a pretty shade of blue. Feels very Cinderella-y to me. Thank you, Demi. I've gotten 2 more submissions, so let's go. The first one of these is Cami. This stocking is part of a set I made for my family. I'm proud of this because I learned a great deal, and throughout the stocking I can see how I improved as a knitter. The specific stocking was chosen because it's for the son my spouse and I adopted earlier this year. He's a young man, and I'm deeply proud of him and grateful to have in my life. Let's see what the stocking looks like. Well, you can already see what the stocking looks like. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I love that. I love the Celtic cabling. Celtic cabling always looks really beautiful to me, and that like really intricate braided look. Always stunning, and it pairs so well with this textured stitch that you have next to it. I'm not sure if it's like moss stitch or seed stitch, but it looks beautiful. I always loved the long stockings. One of my parents had a hand knit stocking that they continue to use in adulthood, and it's really cool because it's so like skinny and long, and I think that those for some reason to me are like the most fun stocking shape, because when I tried making a stocking, mine was like really short and wide. Like, oh, I need to make this is like the perfect stocking shape. Thank you, Cami. And we're on to the last one. This is from Kat. Huge fan of the channel. From May all the way to October, I worked on crocheting my Halloween costume. I have a basic understanding of this like fantasy world. But yeah, looking at these next couple words, I'm like, oof, okay, let's try to pronounce that. I've never seen that before. I was Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I used Friends Cotton 8/4 fingering sock weight yarn in the color cranberry, and the gloves were crocheted with Aunt Lydia's classic 10 yarn in pink, which I dyed red to match. The gold details were the same Friends Cotton I spray painted gold. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, I really want to see this. I am at Stray Cat Stitches on Instagram. All right, there are multiple photos, so let's get all this detail. I like, especially with costumes, because there tends to be a lot of details going on. I appreciate that the people who did costumes or cosplay of some sort, that they included multiple photos so that we can really just appreciate that detail. All right, Kat. I see you with the photography. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Okay, the gold part on the back, did you spray paint that before working with it or after? I would assume after. But I don't know, that looks really good. And the lace detailing on the like folded over part on the cape portion, the wig is phenomenal. There's so many details in here. Y'all, cosplayers do not mess around. Okay, I need to look up what this is from. I'm sorry, you looked at this character and you just said, yes, I want to do that in crochet. Sewing it is one thing. Crocheting it by hand is absolute insanity, and I mean that as the largest compliment I could possibly summon. I'm just looking at the picture being like, oh my gosh, I would be so effing intimidated. Oh, yeah, I love what you did to the skirt. I love that you added detail and you made it so much more intricate and interesting. Oh my gosh. You did good. You did good. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you once again, same as last time, for everyone that submitted. It absolutely does require an amount of courage and bravery to reach out to someone like that and get to a place where you're comfortable enough to have it shared publicly, because there is a certain level of vulnerability to that. I feel like making this video and the sister video to this really helped me feel more connected to the fiber arts community just a little bit more, because it's easy with the YouTube channel feeling a little disillusioned because the things that hit the hardest are generally the mean or more hateful things that people say and do, or the drama. So it's really nice to just get a reminder that most of us are just normal people trying to survive in this world, and crafting is a way that helps us do that. So thank you, everybody. I will absolutely be doing videos like this in the future, maybe with slightly different prompts over time or asking for different things. If you are interested in submitting for something like this, I would recommend that you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. I really don't post anything all that often, so you shouldn't be just bombarded with notifications, and you can kind of adjust like what you want. It takes 10 seconds. Because I don't really use my Instagram, so I post requests for this kind of stuff through my YouTube channel. I've deleted the post for this one only because I was like, okay, we're done with submissions. I just wanted to make sure that they were all contained. So when I'm ready to do another video like this, I will post it there and let you know what we're looking for. All right, thank you again, and have a good stretch out. I don't know, you can have a good day. You can try. That's only so much in your control, but like, we all need to stretch a little bit. Oh, I need to go for a walk.